Quick question, why do you call yourself Jewboi? Isn't that technically a slur? Well, I don't think it's a slur. I mean, I don't think it's like the N-word. I mean, there's definitely a history behind it, but I don't think it's that bad. It's definitely derogatory. I'd say like it hovers in between that area somewhere. It obviously depends on how you use it. Like if you say, hey, what's up, Jewboi, you know, I don't see anything wrong with that. But if you say like, you're a damn Jewboi, you know, that sounds a little weird. But actually, I just found out that a distant relative of mine that was a Holocaust survivor actually used to be called that, but in a good way. But I'll show you guys that in a second. It's actually pretty interesting. But when I first created the name, I thought it was cool. Like I didn't know that it meant anything bad, you know? Like, you know, it was a combination of Jew and boy, you know, with an I. Like I did it with an I because I thought it was funny, you know, like boy, you know, that old meme. Good thing I didn't do it with a Y, you know, apparently that was a bad thing. But I thought it was cool. I mean, no one really questioned me about it until I guess the past couple of years. There's like a mix of people who think it's bad and a mix of people who like don't think it's bad. The way I see it, you could call me Jewboi. That's the name of, like, that's my social media. You could call me Jewboi. Some people aren't as comfortable. I've noticed people started calling me JB as like an abbreviation, and actually I named one of my channels that. Some people just call me by my real name Zvi, and it might actually be that eventually I'll have to get rid of the name Jewboi because there's too many people that, you know, think that it's a negative word, and I might have to rebrand it eventually to just my regular name, or I guess the abbreviation JB. But I really never thought there's anything wrong with it. I thought it was a cool name, and as I said before, a relative of mine, I think they were my second cousin. I'll try to find the video. I'm not going to show his face for privacy reasons, but I'll definitely show you guys the audio. Well, you can hear the audio. Yeah, here it is. I think it's pretty interesting what he has to say. He's a Holocaust survivor. He has a fascinating story. Like, he played instruments as entertainment in order for them to not kill him. But apparently, he used to be called Jewboi before the Holocaust and after the Holocaust, and this is what he had to say about it.
I was going to school with a lot of Germans. As a matter of fact, there were only 2 Jews in the class. It was me and another fellow. And they used to call me Jewboi. Little Jew, but really they didn't mean anything with it. I was very good friends with them. I always played with them. But later on, when they became Hitlerjugend, the whole thing changed.
My parents showed me this like a month ago, and I just thought it was interesting. I mean, that's a personal story, obviously, but, you know, people called him Jewboi, you know, before the Holocaust, and it was just a nickname, you know? I guess they thought it was funny or something, and it only really became a bad thing after the Holocaust. Obviously, that's a one-off story, but, I mean, it's in my family, so I found it interesting. But yeah, you could definitely call me Jewboi. If you say, like, you're a Jewboi, I mean, that's a little, you know, that sounds a little bit more demeaning, but yeah, I don't feel like there's anything wrong if you call me Jewboi, but if you don't feel comfortable, you can call me something else, and I will probably have to rebrand eventually. But for now, there's no problem, so I guess we'll just see.